Indeed, what a beautiful day, a day that is so glorious, a day to mark the heroes. Of course, these are people who laid down their lives for the liberation of their sons, their grandsons, and so many of their sons which are unborn. I'm talking about the 30th of May, which is a symbol of the Biafra struggle. We saw what happened today, how Alex Otti shocked Abuja, shocked federal government with an endorsement by his government by endorsing that people should stay put. The May 30th will be a day that will be a monumental day, and indeed to get to a point that the Nigerian government will bow to it. You know, some days ago we saw the Nigerian army saying that they will go out there and they will arrest anybody they see planning any form of celebration. Why is Nigeria so against the people of the East? Why is the Nigerian government and its armies, why are they so hell-bent on silencing even a day where people want to remember that this is a day of grief, and let us pay obeisance to our dead and gone heroes of the past? Why can't the Nigerian government just give them that little respect? I mean, there's nothing wrong if Bola Ahmed Tinubu and his cohorts, his Fulani elements, whoever they are in the government, that okay, this is a day that we will remember, and for that reason, hopefully, we will not make such a mistake. I made a very important content yesterday, and I said that any country that keeps playing the ostrich will repeat the mistake of the past. If the Nigerian government will not implement the 3 R's, which in its full meaning means reconciling with the people of the East, that means calling them, we are sorry, the mistake that happened shouldn't have happened. After all, we agree it is vanquish, no vanquish, and no victor. However, we are sorry. Yes, we approve CPO, we approve this. Let us reconstruct. And then lastly, the Igbos deserve to be a part of the presidency. If those 3 things would not happen, I am sorry, we are going to have a restatement, a reoccurrence of that unfortunate incident. But this time, it won't be with the people of the East. You know, then they were saying that the people of the East were having an issue with the people of the North. This time, it will be an issue between the North and the Southwest. Because if you are a student of politics and you have followed the Nigerian politics, you understand that the North are doing everything now to sideline and to push the Southwest to the backstage in Nigerian politics. Because what Tinubu is doing, whereby he is clipping and cutting out the wings of the Fulani oligarchs, they are counting and they are holding it. We know that the North today are trying to support a Southeasterner, which is Peter Obi. Please pay attention to my analysis. It is very important. So we know that this is what is going on in Nigeria. The Easterners, the Igbos, cannot in any way be pushed over. They cannot in any way be silent, despite the fact that the federal government has turned the total Southeast to be under what we call a martial law. You cannot drive a 100-kilometer drive without seeing a military army. However, that area in the North that has been besieged by terrorism for a very long time, are you talking about the Boko Haram that is going on in Sambisa? We have been told that so many barracks have been captured and recaptured. A single barrack has been, attacked nothing less than 6 to 7 times. Mate barracks in Borno State. Yet, the Nigerian army, whatever the case is, said they wanted to go and apply or take a lock and key to anybody who says that they will celebrate May 30th. And to their surprise, they saw Alex Otti. Alex Otti's body language. Alex Otti might not have said these things in his words, but Alex Otti reversed respect and he paid reference to May 30th. Because we are aware that so many government workers did not attend work today, being Friday, being it a day of May 30th. And we have been told that the government will not in any form, way, shape penalize them. We have been told that we did not even see one single Nigerian army patrol in the Southeast. You know why? because there was no need for it. You know why? Because everybody who was in that Umaya today, as you can see on my screen, everybody did what they needed to do, which was to call what we call a personal self-controlled and self-decisive, what we call boycott. They didn't go out. All of them were on what we call self-protest. Everybody left their jobs. So many offices and shops were locked down. And the federal government, of course, would have felt it. What the federal government should have done, if they are being sincere actually, is to, of course, today release a memo. I have gone through the timeline of Bola Ahmed Tinubu, trying to see maybe a Bola Ahmed Tinubu would have said anything about this day. He didn't. Another disregard for the people of the East. You know, I've seen so many people say that because I said in last time that my name is Ni, so people said that I should keep quiet, that I am not Ni, that I am Chukwebuka. Well, for those who are calling me Chukwebuka, who are my brothers, but they say I am not a Yoruba person because I am simply being objective, because I am simply stating the obvious that some people are intentionally being silenced, being suppressed. I take that name wholeheartedly. I do not know the meaning of Chukwebuka, but I know it is affiliated with God. Maybe God is great or something. I'm just imagining. I wholeheartedly accept that name Chukwebuka. And yes, today is a day that can never be silenced in the history of Biafra. And as far as Nigeria still has the Southeasterners, they will have their own special day. Because if the Yorubas can have a day that they celebrate, if they can have a day that they can call a Yoruba day and a Sheshe day, all these days, which of course propagate the tolerance, the values of the Yorubas, then I think the Igbos also deserve to have that federal recognition and endorsement. In the second news that we have, you see on my screen, Simon Ekpa today had his court case opened. And what we are hearing is Simon Ekpa will not be extradited. At last, the Nigerian government have failed on Simon Ekpa. Whatever Finland will take, whatever decision they want to take, I know that these are information, these are lies that might have been submitted to them from the Nigerian government. But one thing is sure, and one thing that I will tell every Simon Ekpa supporter and of course advocate is, it has been guaranteed that this man will not be extradited. What we are seeing now is the prosecutors, which is the Finnish government, are saying that they want to charge Simon Ekpa to maximum 6 years in prison. If that is the case, well, it is better for a Simon Ekpa to spend 6 years there, come out, and probably relocate to somewhere else and continue his struggle. But we are being told now that that young man, will not be extradited back home. And it is a clear testament that the Nigerian government lied. The other day, we saw the CDS, the Chief of Defense Staff, who told us that in due time, the Finnish government will extradite, they will return Simon Ekpa. However, the Finnish government are telling us today that yes, this is our own son. Whatever he did, the federal government must lay their hands off him. That they don't want to hear any information, any news, or any lies against him anymore. That they have access to data and information to go and run a background check on what happened on all the activities of Simon Ekpa. And for this reason, they are trying to reach a conclusion that, okay, let us just give him a 6 years period of time. Which simply means before 2031, the Simon Ekpa will be out. So, if that is the case, no problem. We know that when he gets a sentence, he will still have the chance to communicate. You know, we will still have the chance to his families. Yeah, but Nigeria as a state, for as long as Nigeria wants to keep running what we call an ostrich system of governance, where truth is hidden and it is only lies that is peddled, I can guarantee the Nigerian government that there will be so many people that will be worse than Simon Ekpa, and there will be a situation where that will ignite the ideology of the Biafrans. And of course, we can see that in the Southwest today, there are so many groups who are now clamoring for secession because they are saying that this Nigeria, one Nigeria first that we have, is a scam. It is nothing but which benefits only the elites. And we know who the elites are. We know who the oligarchs are in this country. And for that reason, I've come to the end of my program. Please, if you're just watching, kindly like, subscribe, and share. Bye for now. Good news. I repeat, good news today coming from the court that Nnamdi Kanu's case was dismissed. The evidences, the supposed witness, these are all cooked up, orchestrated by the Fulani Janjaweeds, doing everything possible to nail and condemn Nnamdi Kanu. Today, the judge, Justice Omotosho, or whoever the judge who is presiding over that case is, I said that all the cases of DSS, everything is null and void. Permit me to sing one song. Kulu, Kulu, Kulu Temper. If you are a Biafran supporter, sympathizer, or a fan of Nnamdi Kanu and a follower of his gospel, it is clear that the Nigerian government, or shall I say the Fulani oligarchs who are rightly behind this ordeal of Nnamdi Kanu, what they are engaging is they are engaging on exercise that will lead to nothing but futility. They have nothing tangible to bring from this, but just to waste the meager resources of the country. A man that you have held since 2019, 2020 to this very day, the Nigerian court at one time said Nnamdi Kanu won. When the appeal court, they ruled in his favor and they told him, discharge this man, let him pay his bail, and let him go. We know the Attorney General then, a Fulani man, Malami, he said no. That it doesn't even matter if we have to go against the humanitarian rights that is known globally, that this man called Nnamdi Kanu will not be let go. He will be held because he is a threat to the political relevance, to the political exigencies, to the political exploitation of the Fulanis in this contraption called Nigeria. I want to show you some videos of Nnamdi Kanu and why you should know that what are they afraid of. When you listen, and I beseech you, I urge you to please, it's just about 5 minutes, listen to those words. I took my time to, extract those critical points of Nnamdi Kanu, stating out how they will do everything, right, in connivance with the Western powers, to silence him, to silence every truth sayer in West Africa, precisely the Prince of Africa, which is the Biafra. You see, they did everything to silence this young man. And still this young man, education will be scam. Imagine Nnamdi Kanu wasn't educated, wasn't enlightened, wasn't a man who could articulate his thoughts, his feelings, his expressions. My brother, this man would have rotted in jail. I'm telling you, this man would have been a forgotten story. But whenever he gets the time to be on the media, this man comes with so much grace, so much glory, that the media sometimes will even have to use Nnamdi Kanu to grow traffic. And they tell you, most of these social media, those you go see AIT channels, they go just use the man to chase what? To traffic to their channel. Today at the court, nothing less than 1 million people were streaming live. That is to tell you the amount of influence, the amount of followership. Organically, he doesn't have to pay, he doesn't have to buy their vote like our Nigerian politicians who, the likes of Tinubu and whoever, you hear that they are buying for 20,000, 10,000. This is a man that if he decides to contest as the regional premier of whole Eastern region, he will have a clean sheet. But we know he has said it that he doesn't want to be involved until maybe Nigeria eventually succeeds, because his main goal is not even to have a region. His main goal is simple. If the Southeast cannot be made viable, let them have a seaport, let them have economic freedom. That the Eastern region the corridor, if that economic eastern region corridor cannot be liberated, then secession is the deal, and I support it. I sincerely support it. These people cannot continue to be emaciated because their potential, their capacity is being suppressed. There's a suppress there, look at this sun. They are suppressing it. This is how they're pressing their neck. And this young man has said that enough is enough. For over 50 something years, almost 58 years, 59 years, no truth. The Nigerian government have not in any way fulfilled the 3R. You do not want to be a country that says the truth. Other countries that have fought war, they do not lie, they do not hide the truth of wars. In Rwanda today, there are, you see those places, they turn those places that people were pied during that 1998 Rwanda, Tutsi and Otti genocide. Those places, everything has been monumentalized. They've made it an history. So that when you go there, you will learn that these are the mistakes that were made. So you will learn the history that, this because some people were feeling oh God. But today, in Nigeria, they are still claiming one Nigerian that is fake. They will say Nigerians and Igbos, everybody are together. But yet, when it comes to politics, they will tell you an Igbo man cannot be trusted. See all the conditions are giving a Peter Obi. Him matter another day. Look at what they would tell and also Kalu when he was trying to contest for Senate president. He was even crying, shedding tears, scatter the come for his nose. These are the issues. When the Igbo man wants to do some sort of investment in Lagos, they will tell you, go back to your country. Lagos is for Yoruba. When the Igbo man tries to contest for a political position, they will tell him, Oga, you are not supposed to do this in Lagos. Go back to. And yet, on paper, theoretically, they tell you one Nigeria is the same. These are the lies, these are the hypocrisies, these are the things about Nnamdi Kanu stands for. A man who does not want to compromise with darkness. Simple, a man of grace, a man of lightness, who has said, I will reject to be kowtowed. This is why you see him, he's passing a message, wearing the Fendi, as you can see on my screen. A Fendi for over 5 years. Many person they wear one cloth for 5 years. White clothes, indelible, no mark, not one dirty. Of course, because he is a man of what we call commitment, conviction. Is it easy to maintain one cloth for 5 years? Even if they wash it, is it easy? Is it easy? Is it easy to be wearing just one cloth? I've never seen someone where someone would do such a thing. Tell you that everything is getting, people are ready for him. That followership keeps growing. Instead of his popularity to be dwindling. Listen, now, the likes of Muhammad Gandhi, right? Those revolutionaries, those are the kinds of people that I see that their popularity never dwindle. I can describe such people with this man Nnamdi Kanu, because this is a man of truth, a man of conviction, and a man that will eventually defeat the Fulani oligarchs. Let's watch the video together. Bye for now.
My name is Nnamdi Kanu. I lead the indigenous people of Biafra. And also, I am the director of Radio Biafra and Biafra Television. And my job and my duty